Okay, it looks like I'm live. Doing this video because, commemorating the 1 year anniversary of my straight razor journey. 1 year ago I bought this. This is my Dovo straight razor, and I've been shaving with it exclusively for the entire year until now. It's been 1 year now. I want to tell you a little bit about straight razor shaving, just because it's been an interesting experience. It's been a learning experience. It's been a fun learning experience. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about straight razor shaving, and I'm going to show you how straight razor shaving works. I'm going to take you through a straight razor shave. I want to give a shout out to a guy named Geo Fatboy on YouTube, GeoFatboy. Everything you're going to see in this video, I've learned from him. He's got a great channel about shaving and stuff. He's also got a great website, shavenation.com. That's where I buy my shaving supplies. So anyway, I just don't want to do this without acknowledging him, because he's been very helpful in giving me pointers about how to properly shave with a straight razor. So with that out of the way, let's talk about the actual shave. When shaving with a straight razor, I don't recommend using shaving gel out of a can. I recommend using a good shaving soap. Today I'm going to be using Old Spice shaving soap. Now, there's an interesting story behind this. You cannot buy Old Spice shaving soap anymore. This no longer exists. This particular mug of shaving soap belonged to my grandfather. He passed away 30 years ago. When he passed away, my own dad retrieved this from his house, and it sat in a closet somewhere for like over 30 years, and my dad found it and he gave it to me. So that's what I'm using today. But you can't buy this stuff anymore. So straight razors are nostalgic. Straight razor plus a 40-year-old shaving soap for me just sort of adds to the overall nostalgia. So I like that. So anyway, so you want to use a good shaving soap. To start with, you want to lather up. Show you how to lather up right quick. Roll around your press real good. Get a good lather going there. I think the shaving soap is better. You guys out there who shave, even if you don't want to use a straight razor, I recommend buying a good shaving soap, which you can buy on that website I told you about, shavenation.com. I think shaving soaps just give you a better, more comfortable shave. Anyway, okay, so now I've lathered up. Now comes the shave. Now, I start with my right cheek, and with straight razor shaving, you want to pull your cheek tight a little bit. This will help give you a little bit more closeness when you shave. Hold your blade at about a 30-degree angle. Just very gently glide the blade down your cheek. Apply very little pressure. Mistake I made when I first started shaving is tried using a straight razor like the same way I use my cartridge razor, which means I applied way too much pressure. I cut myself up pretty good, but I've learned a lot since then. Apply very little pressure with a straight razor. That's the key to having a good shave without nasty cuts. Okay, so my left cheek, same deal, same drill. Pull your cheek tight like that. Very gentle strokes. Try to use shorter strokes. That's my second cheek. Both cheeks are done. Now, tricky part of a straight razor shave is your mustache area and your chin area. I screwed that up when I first started doing this. I cut my chin pretty good, but I've improved substantially. Still nick myself every once in a while, but I'm going to try to get through this without nicks. It pretty much takes care of my mustache area. All right. Use very light, very gentle strokes around the chin area. The chin area is the trickiest. Like I said, you can cut yourself if you're not careful. I have cut myself in the past on the chin. It's the trickiest area to shave in straight razor. Now the neck, which is not very tricky. Not bad at all. Okay, so that pretty well takes care of it. Get a pretty nice close shave out of that. Now, you might wonder now, why did I start shaving with a straight razor? Well, I was using a cartridge razor. It was a Gillette. It was a Gillette, I think, Quattro or something like that. It was the blades for that thing were expensive, for like 25 bucks for like 4 blades. I have a fairly thick, coarse beard, which means with me, the blades for me become dull pretty quick, which means I was buying a lot of razors, blades fairly often. With this thing, I have not spent one penny on razor blades since buying this. So the straight razor, the upfront costs are more expensive. Like I paid like 130 bucks for this one. But it saved me money because, like I said, over the course of a year, I probably would have spent more than 200 bucks on razor blades. I've spent $0 on razor blades since buying this. Straight razor shaving is probably not for everybody. There is a learning curve involved. There's maintenance involved. Straight razor has to be stropped. You have to strop it, and you have to strop it. Number one. And it has to be sharpened. Don't sharpen stones every now and then. So there's more maintenance involved. If there's a learning curve, like I said, I cut myself pretty good the first couple times I tried to use this. It's trial and error. But overall, it's been a rewarding experience. I recommend them highly. But if you saw this video, and if you're thinking, that sounds like a little bit too much work, sounds like a little bit too much hassle, there's a great alternative to straight razors called a safety razor. And I might do a video on that as well. Safety razor is a great alternative. The blades for that are dirt cheap. It's like 25 bucks for like 100 razor blades. Way cheaper than cartridge razors. So, and they give you a really close shave. But, another thing is, another story here, I guess I'm going to tell you. My great-grandfather died before I was born. But my mother told me stories about him, and my mother told me that my great-grandfather used a straight razor his whole life, used it pretty much exclusively. And, hey, I figured I'm keeping alive my great-grandfather's tradition. So, that's another side note there. But, so yeah, if you're thinking about giving straight razors a try, one word of advice, don't go cheap. Because going cheap is not a good idea. The two brands that I recommend are Dovo and Boker. Dovo or Boker are the two ones that I recommend. Like I said, I paid 130 bucks for this. I wouldn't pay less than 100 bucks for a straight razor. Going cheap is not a good idea. It won't serve you well. So, anyway, That's it. Hope you have a great day. Take care.